I continue to still buy cryptocurrencies even though prices have basically fallen off a cliff. And I kind of want to give my reasoning behind this. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments if I'm on point with this. Um, but the first reasoning is I seen when cryptocurrencies blew up. Now, this was years ago, pandemic time, right? That was the first time I actually seen the bull run, but I was involved in the cryptocurrency market for. It says on my phone that when I created a Robinhood account, Bitcoin was at $3,500. I would imagine by that time I wasn't even looking at that stuff. So the lowest I've ever seen Bitcoin was when I used to sell insurance back in Wisconsin, and Bitcoin was about $9,000. And I thought, what is this crap, dude? It looks like just numbers on a screen. I don't get it. And I didn't have $9,000, so I was like, oh, I didn't even realize at that point that you don't have to buy an entire Bitcoin. But ever since I saw that bull run happen, I figured I will be ready for the next bull run. No matter what, no matter how, the next time this happens, I will be there, planted firmly, and waiting for an exit. So that basically took me on a journey of just buying cryptocurrencies like a madman. And I did get to the point where I had over half a Bitcoin. I was leveraged though, so once it went down by 50%, I couldn't stop it. I couldn't. There's no getting around that, right? Because I had switched some coins into Bitcoins, and then I added as collateral and stuff. And I did a couple things to help myself, but in the end, it just fell too hard. And people, they'll tell you, oh man, you should have did this, should have did that. None of that matters, right? I'm just saying, like, people will always 2020 hindsight you. That was my scenario. That's what happened. I've actually learned a lot. And believe it or not, I actually feel somewhat stronger, right, than I was previously. I have a lot more cryptocurrencies. And because the prices have gone down so much, I don't feel like I've lost any real power. Now, maybe I lost a little bit of my dignity, but I still have tons of crypto. And I've realized the amount of crypto I have is still insane. And I would argue I have more crypto than before, because of the prices going down, me just buying like a madman, me actually being able to save a decent bit of money here, living here. I've been able to acquire so much crypto. I have, well, I don't want to get into numbers because I feel like before I would always say numbers and then, well, what the hell, you guys enjoy it, I think. I do have about 1,500 XRP. I have a little bit over zero point 0.1 Bitcoin. I don't have that much Ethereum. I probably have $300 worth. I should get some more, but and then all my other coins, we don't have to get into because that's a little. It's not ridiculous, but I have a lot. Well, just to be transparent, now I have this thing, right, where I believe I want to have access to every coin. Not every coin, but damn near, once you're going to see what I'm going to do. But even if it's $20, $30, I still want it because think about back when Bitcoin in 2010. If you had put $20 in there, bro, you'd probably be super loaded right now. I don't even know what the numbers would be on that. But all these cryptos I have might be range from anywhere from $1 to I guess like 6 grand, let's say. But I still want to have some of it, you know? Because I really don't think it's weird, right? Because I truly believe the prices don't matter. Well, they matter, or I don't know how to explain that. I'm not going to try it right now. Anyways, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Polkadot, Cosmos, Cardano, WorldCoin, Pax Gold, Polygon, IOTX, Polkastarter, Shiba Inu, Morph, Pepe, Uniswap, Aave, Solana, Chainlink, BNB, Litecoin, Avalanche, Dogecoin, Mooding, Algorand, Bitcoin Cash. This might take a while. Monero, Kusama, Ravencoin, Vara, ICP, Stellar Lumens, Monad or something, Tron, hold on. Yeah, this might actually take a really long time. Lena, Alluvium, Bitcoin ETF, but I'm not going to count those. All these apps are getting pretty glitchy now. Cats and Dogs World, Zcash or something like that, World Liberty Fine. And like I said, a lot of this stuff is just like $1 or $2, but I still have them. Well, I'm not gonna, it would take too long. I have a lot of crypto, okay? I have a lot of crypto. Spell Token, Sheikh Muninu, I don't know. Either way, I think I made my point. I have a lot of cryptos. Some of them I have a decent bit of. You know, my Kusama, I have probably about maybe $1,200 of. And Cosmos, maybe like 600. Polkadot, maybe like 600, maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I like to have so much that I just forget, because at that point I can't keep track and I just blank it out, which isn't I feel like isn't a good really thing to do, but it helps me so I don't have to worry about, oh my god, it went up by 20%. You know, I'm just gonna hold it. But yeah, I think I said this before, but I figure in the future, right, I could become like a mini exchange, you know? Like, I mean, think about it, like in like 2037, right? How much would all this crypto be worth, right? So at that point, maybe I could become like a weird Coinbase. Not saying that, I'm just saying, like, if all these cryptos really do expand in the way they say they are, then this is how, quote unquote, somebody would create some type of big exchange. I feel like I am a whale in a weird way. But it's not by dollar amount, right? Because dollar amount I might have, I don't know, 15,000 maybe, possibly. I don't know. I think it'd be close to 13, maybe 14. But I also do have other assets. But I feel like I would consider myself a whale, maybe a shark. But I also feel like because of the crypto I have and the way I do it, I feel like and I'm not saying I'm special, obviously not, but I have, like, okay, let's say Spell Token. I have 1 million Spell Token, right? So I feel like in my head, that's a cool thing to just keep on the side, you know? I have 1 million Vara, which I'm staking right now for 12%. If that ever takes off, I can retire. You know, at its all-time high, that would be worth like 180K. And my Kusama, would be worth at its all-time high, somewhere around 250,000, something like that. I have a lot of coins like this, and I just let them sit because if it ever goes back, I'll be able to retire. That's all I'm going for. I'm just trying to retire, sit my black ass down. Whoa, no racism, but dude, I'm not trying to work, dude. You know, ever. So this is my way of doing it. I feel like this is a solid plan, you know? If I buy millions and millions of different coins and just kind of spread them out, it's gotta come back in my hands some way, somehow. I don't know. But I'm still buying cryptocurrencies. I don't buy nearly as much anymore. I have been buying a bunch of XRP. I'm good on that. I'm saving money, like I said in the last video. But I've been purchasing. And tomorrow I'm gonna have a buy for $25 worth of Bitcoin. I buy that every week. Recently, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll buy like a little bit of Ethereum. Peace.